Hello guys and welcome to another Dawn of War Soulstorm video, this time for Unification Mod. I will cover some Eldar games, Necrons, Dark Eldar and a few other factions. Mostly 1v1 games and a 2v2 in the end. The 1v1 games were played in August last year, almost a year ago. Let's get into them. The first game on Fata Morga played between Gab PR and Shagaft. Chaos Daemons versus Eldar. A while ago, the Laughing Max asked me if I have Eldar games. Back when he asked, I didn't recall anything, but I checked my Unification Mod folder recently and found quite a few games, some 1v1s, and recently we played a 2v2 with Shagaft against AI, a pretty good 2v2 in 10s. We'll also see that one. At the top side on Fata Morga, Shagaft playing Eldar. A very experienced Eldar, on vanilla mostly. He was rather new to Unification Mod back then. His first games on the mod, so I guess we'll mostly see standard stuff, as in vanilla Soulstorm. Do not expect anything out of standard meta. Two squads of Guardians for the start, Fleet of Foot, and a Dark Reaper squad follows. Two Bone Singers also. At the lower side of the map, there's Gab PR playing Chaos Daemons. One of the more experienced players on Unification Mod. He knows how to handle most factions, I believe. So this should be challenging for Shagaft, given Gab PR's game knowledge. Honestly, I don't even remember who won this. We'll have to find out. Two squads of Dark Reapers, they look very much different compared to vanilla Soulstorm, but yeah, these are the Dark Reapers.
We have succeeded in our objective. Guide our hands!
I am not familiar at all with Chaos Daemons, so I don't know what Gab PR is doing. He's got a Lost Soul and a squad of Screamers for now, harassing Shagaft's base a bit.
As ever, we serve the craft world.
A Demon Lord on the way for Chaos Daemons. The Lost Soul apparently is the builder, right? Yeah, it's a builder unit, it has to stay close to the building. And it can also jump, and it's also infiltrated, or what? Yeah, it feels like the Dark Reapers cannot see this creature. Probably infiltrated. Oh, they see it now. Maybe it has infiltration ability. He also regenerates pretty quickly. Only 100 HP though. Nice abilities on the Screamers. They can disrupt the Dark Reapers. Tie them up nicely. Shagaft doing a bit of harass. Not allowing these Furies to take the relic so easily. Another two squads of Furies were deployed here to deal with the Guardians. Push them back a bit. A squad of Dark Reapers fully reinforced for Shagaft. And he brings the second one, builds a support platform. When you don't know what you're up against, you have to play it safe. A support platform won't hurt in here. More screamers from a gap PR. Two squads of Dark Reapers in the meantime harassing in here, taking down a demonic shrine. Where is that lord? Lost track of it. 1900 HP for the demon lord. He's got nice abilities. A ability that disrupts the Dark Reapers. I thought the disruption was caused by the Screamers initially. Apparently it's the Lord. Some LP2s in here being upgraded. I guess these lightning ones are upgraded.
Danger has found us.
98 to 30 income for Shagaft. Has enough to go tier 2. He will go for it. 82 to 0 income for Chaos Demons. Gapier will sit back for a bit, play defensively mostly. Now he goes in with all the squads at once. 2 squads of Screamers in here. And 2 squads, or maybe 3 squads of Furies. Yeah, 3 squads. Furies, however, not so powerful, I see. They lose morale very quickly. Apparently it's only 1 squad in here. A few of them are burning, maybe equipped with stuff, upgraded, who knows. Critical location also was controlled by a gap PR. It feels like it got decapped now. The lightning disappeared from it. Tier 2 up for the Eldar, support portal on the way. Economy is not so good. Shagaft also researching the optics. He received another Chaos Demon ability, Demon Lord ability. Thanks to this spawning deployment similar to Deep Strike, except it comes from the Warp, I believe. The Dark Reapers almost being rendered useless, they cannot deal any damage. A Falcon is mandatory in this case. Shagaft is going for it. Pretty good control of the map for the Eldar, controlling all of his points now. And a critical location on the right. For Chaos Demons, only the map, the 5 points at base, are being captured. No critical location. No generators also. Do they even have generators? I'm not sure. The Falcon is here. And I'm not sure if Gap PR has any anti-vehicle to stop it. Okay, he deploys the horrors now. Yeah, that's very nice anti-vehicle. I see nice damage. Falcon has to retreat. And preferably Bone Singers jump in here to repair. Harlequin on the way for Shagaft, Warp Spiders, 110 to 40 income, 2 critical locations being controlled, better map control already for Shagaft. The Demon Lord has been attached to the pink horrors. I see they are very durable against ranged combat, surprisingly. Another nice disruption into the Dark Reapers. The Falcon has been repaired a bit, jumps in to save the Dark Reapers. They load in quickly. I like the pathing, by the way, on Unification Mod. It's much better than on vanilla Soulstorm. A bit of float in here for Chaos Demons, 600 float. No power income still. Demonic power. Does this bring any power? Oh, I see. Well, I guess Chaos Demons is not a demanding faction in terms of power. They probably only have infantry, which mostly costs requisition. And when you need power, you can exchange 100 requisition for 100 demonic power. I see how it works now. Not enough infantry, I believe, for Gap PR to deal with this Falcon and the Dark Reapers. He has to produce more. He spent a lot of requisition now on something. Probably this building, Greater Demon Portal. The Warp Spiders are here, however it feels like GPR won't have enough time to produce enough, powerful enough infantry to stop the Eldar in here. Another Demon Lord on the way, Blood Letters. Mostly new stuff on Chaos Demons. I only know horrors of Chaos Demons from Soulstorm Vanilla. All the other units are new for me. I believe most of them are effective against infantry and horrors, anti-vehicle, and maybe also anti-infantry. Could be a universal unit on this mod. And now GapPR is overwhelmed. Can he get back into this? No way. He says GG. Loses 2 strategic points now to the Eldar. Not over just yet, however. The game will last for a bit longer. More exchanges of requisition for power. I'm not sure why GapPR needs that power. He's got 285 at the moment and it's not being used. Maybe this is needed for a tier 3 transition. Yeah, the horror's damage is amazing against vehicles. There comes the Falcon again with the Dark Reapers. Jumps into that bunch of horrors. Not a good idea. 3 squads of Warp Spiders now. This is perfect anti-infantry. I believe the demons will suffer against all that. No anti-vehicle, however, from Shagaft. I don't know if Chaos Demons have any vehicles, but with some vehicles maybe GapPR could have even won this. No anti-vehicle from the Eldar. Well played gets called now by GapPR, and this is the end. The Eldar defeating Chaos Demons in game 1. Some nice harassed start from GapPR was not sufficient, however. Shagaft wasn't lazy, he microed properly, produced the Falcon very quickly, and succeeds with a nice dominant victory in the end. 61 units killed by the Eldar, 25 units killed by Chaos Demons, 6 buildings destroyed by the Eldar, and 0 by the Chaos Demons. GapPR was mostly defending himself for the entirety of this game. Next one, the same players facing each other one Blood River. This time Dark Eldar for Gap PR and Space Marines for Shagaft. Pretty slow loading. If you want to install Unification Mod, I'd suggest you do that on an SSD drive. Mine is currently not on SSD. On an SSD it probably loads a lot faster. You will need to have also the base game on it, obviously.
Here to serve.
There are a lot of files, a lot of small files on the mod, so it requires fast reading speed of your drive, be it SSD or M2.
Scouts ready. What is your will?
In the lower left on Blood River it's Shagaft playing Space Marines, his main race. Space Marines and Eldar, I believe both are equally his main. Maybe he played Eldar even more than Space Marines, I'm not sure now.
Scouts reporting for duty.
He gets 3 squads of scouts, gets the river point in the first place,
Defending objective.
and then the point in the back of his base with the other 2 squads. No generator, obviously. A squad of Space Marines has been produced, and the Force Commander will follow. In the top right, it's Gap PR playing Dark Eldar, and he goes for the Dark Foundry build. Dark Foundry, a laboratory, and a generator. 2 Mandrake squads to capture the map. Pretty standard, even in terms of vanilla Soulstorm. This is a standard build in there, very common. The Space Marines are here. Shagaft wants to play aggressively by the look of it. From what I recall, this was a pretty intense back and forth game, and I do not remember who won it. Just like the previous one. It's gonna be interesting to rewatch. River jet bikes, obviously suitable against Space Marines. 1 river jet bike out. With the 2 squads of Mandrakes and a river jet bike, no chances for the Marines. Force Commander on the way in there. Where will it go though? We'll focus the Mandrakes, won't allow the Mandrakes to take this point as easily. 1 Mandrake already down. Notice how Shagaft is using the ranged weapon, not wasting time going for close combat, it's a waste of time. If you will try that, an experienced opponent will just run away and you won't be able to deal any damage to the squad. So doing lower damage in range but applying it for sure is much better. 3 river jet bikes already out in here in the Space Marines base, the poison on the Mandrakes, and Shagaft suffers a bit. He has to bring that Force Commander closer and must finish this heavy bolter turret ASAP. Feels like the squad of Marines is gonna get killed, 1 squad. Very intense right now. A squad of Mandrakes also gets killed. Well done. Both squads of Marines survived. That's very good. Scouts in danger. About to get killed by those river jet bikes. 1 squad of Mandrakes left alive at home for Gap PR.
Taking damage. Scouts in position. Scouts in position. Area secured.
Yeah, the scouts have been obliterated. Trapped in the corner, couldn't escape. The river jet bikes can easily flee now and get repaired. Avoid any critical damage from those marines. 4 river jet bikes out. 1 river jet bike demands repairs. This one. Feels like Shagaft will not bother with running around the map trying to catch those river jet bikes. Instead, he will just move his infantry closer to the Dark Eldar's base.
Yes.
He is fine with some counter harass. Both players currently harassing each other. A squad of Hellions on the way for Gap PR, and it feels like Gap PR is in a better position all game long. Ghost tier 2, 74 to 20 income. 4 river jet bikes, Mandrakes and Hellions, and they even have the poison upgrade. For Shagaft it's only 80 to 0 income.
Scouts ready.
Big problem for Space Marines.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I see no issues for Gap PR for now. He should be able to fight them back easily. Some kind of all-in in here from Shagaft. Does not want to build any generator. Instead, he will just produce en masse Space Marines. Would that be sufficient against tier 2 upgraded jet bikes? And maybe some tier 2 vehicles. I remember for sure Gap PR produced some tier 2 vehicles also. No idea how they are called. Something similar to Vipers from what I recall. Venom. Skimmer jet bike vehicle. Some upgraded version of river jet bikes. Something more powerful. It's more expensive on power. 80 to 160 cost. A lot more expensive compared to the river jet bikes. There it comes out, 1200 HP. Interesting model. Looks very nice. Feels like Gap PR is ready to engage, wants to surround Shagaft in here. Most of Shagaft's Space Marines trapped. He doesn't even want to bother with Micro. He will fight those Hellions and Mandrakes in close combat. The Marines are pretty fat, but are they fat enough to withstand all this damage? From the poison and from the river jet bikes. Pretty powerful ranged damage. Very resilient fat Space Marines. One squad is gonna get killed. Another 3 squads left and a full HP on the Force Commander still. Feels like not enough HP for Gap PR. He doesn't have the HP upgrades and he just lost his Dark Foundry. Only the Venom left. And a river jet bike basically. This one is almost down. He has to rebuild the Dark Foundry. Shagaft also had Skull probes nearby to stun those river jet bikes. You basically have in here raw tier 1 Space Marines without any upgrades, without even a generator built yet. Shagaft is already prepared to get his victory rewards in here. He says Space Marines is imbalanced. Well, considering that he's fighting back a tier 2 Dark Eldar, maybe they are a bit broken when you mass them like that. gather up a bunch of Marines, overwatch them, sit in one place and say good luck to your opponent. Can you beat that or not? GapPR about to give up, he says good game and well played, unbelievable. That's a tier 1 Space Marines against tier 2 Dark Eldar. I am not sure if this is over yet. GapPR will sit in the game for a bit longer, it's not yet over. That full HP on the first commander tells me Shagaft is gonna win this. He's about to take down the Dark Foundry again. That means no more vehicles for GapPR. He doesn't have limit for the second Venom. He has to repair this one. Okay, 2 Venoms now out. Will that be sufficient though? The damage is pretty good. And he's also applying damage from the LP2. A tortured slave on the way. GapPR still trying. Shagaft needs more skull probes in there to stun those Venoms, would make his life easier. He's got a skull probe.
What's your order? Yes, my lord.
Still 3 squads of Marines alive and a full HP commander. That's a big issue for the Dark Eldar. Almost unbelievable. Well, it feels like GapPR rushed a bit with his tier 2. It should have been much better if GapPR sat in tier 1, produced more Hellions and more River Jet bikes. It wasn't worth the investment to go tier 2 for 2 Venoms. They deal more damage compared to the River Jet bikes, but was it really worth it? Still not over. 68 to 10 income for GapPR. He builds the Hall of Blood now. 92 to 0 income for Shagaft. Wait, he just lost the commander somehow. Something killed his first commander and I'm not sure what. Another skull probe, stunning that Venom. Only 1 Venom left. Not a big issue, however, for GapPR. He's rebuilding the Hall of Blood, rebuilding the Dark Foundry. Shagaft losing his relic in there on the top left. And he's gonna be left on plus 80 income. Still with superior infantry size, however. Very interesting. Rocks, a squad of rocks on the way. I don't know what's that. The Venom again fully repaired, back to full HP. And what is that? Looks like the Homunculus weapon equipped. Close combat, yeah, they've got that poison. GG gets called by Shagaft, he's giving up. Probably doesn't want to bother anymore, although GG was also called earlier by GapPR. They kept trying, so do not ever give up. Even if your opponent says GG, keep playing your best. And even if you think you've lost, keep playing, don't say GG too early. 81 killed by GapPR and 33 by Shagaft. Nice victory in here, nice comeback from the Dark Eldar. Shagaft lost both of his relics. His 3 squads of Marines were very far away from the base. By the time he'd get close to his base, he'd lose another point, so he just gave up. He was still raw tier 1 without any upgrades. He would have lose anyway eventually. He just gave up ahead of time. Just like Gap PR did a bit earlier. They underestimate their capabilities. Next up, we'll have 2 games on Tranquility's end. I'm gonna play Necrons versus Shagaft's Eldar on Tranquility's end. Both games played on this map. It takes a while to load. First game, I get spawned at the top sides with Necrons. I am not sure if Max, the Laughing Max, who is doing also casts on Unification Mod, I'm not sure if he received these replays from me. I do not recall sending him these ones. So maybe these will be exclusive games on YouTube, on my channel. Sending a squad of scarabs to get this point. And building those generators. Also, I think I will use those generator abilities which increase the income by 9. If you enable, you get +9 power in exchange for HP. I believe it's worth it, especially if you're not gonna repair the generators again. You take a risk, trade HP for more income, but it's most likely worth it. Building economy quick with 4 squads of scarabs. 2 squads now will capture the points. 3 squads will build stuff. Shagaft wanted to get in here and take my point. Surprise, it's already captured. No easy map for you this time.
My music is a pillar upon which
Go take yours instead. Enabling these generator abilities on 3 generators now, and I stop using them when the generator reaches a third or half HP. Don't let it go too down. Maybe when it's red on power you can completely sacrifice it. Sixth generator on the way, getting 98 income for these abilities. That means I will have a faster tier 2 when I get this power boost. I guess +9 from one generator is a bit too much. Maybe +5 would be fine. Make it +5 and let the HP decrease slower, something like that. Otherwise, it's a bit too much.
we are under enemy fire.
Getting out with 2 squads of Necron warriors, trying to push back Shagaft a bit. I overwatch one of my squads. Shagaft hates Necrons on Unification Mod.
We are in the fray.
Researches the Wraith Tomb. 2 squads of Dark Reapers from him, and 2 squads of Guardians. Plays standard in most games. Here I do not allow him to build the shrine, I have to decap. sitting with those scarabs in place. More Necron warriors from me and a squad of flayed ones. You can afford so much more. Earlier in the game at least, thanks to that power boost on the generator early game. I also equip Ghost Reapers on the Necron warriors. Something new for me in this game as well as for Shagaft. This weapon disrupts the Dark Reaper's movement, basically ruining their fleet of foot abilities. They struggle with movement. With the Lord and the Flayed Ones harassing his point a bit. Getting one more squad of Necron warriors, I probably will cancel that and yeah, we'll just go tier 2 faster. I have enough Necron warriors now, 3 squads out. I probably won't mass Necron warriors anyway. My focus now is to deal some damage to the Eldar. They are still a threat even on this mod. And look at that, Shagaft floating a bit. Doesn't have enough for tier 2, but he had. Okay, he placed it now. He had 300 requisition float a while ago. Not good. Tier 2 halfway done for Shagaft. I am almost tier 2 also. I guess we'll hit it mostly at the same time. The Forbidden Archive has been finished. It will be a few seconds difference on tier 2. Transition. Got the phase shift for my Necron Lord. Phylactery. Phase shift. And Flayed Ones, fully reinforced. A bit of a struggle with micro in there for Shagaft. He's got 3 squads of Dark Reapers. And I already say GG. Trying to annoy Shagaft a bit.
Command me to build.
Okay, he uses the Wraith Tomb. He probably deserved this GG. But I called it too early, it's not over yet. I am very confident that I will win this. Necron is a lot more powerful on Unification Mod compared to Vanilla. On Vanilla I would struggle like, I don't know, even against an average Eldar I will struggle. I am terrible in the matchup. I am not playing it properly. I am not good at turret rushes, I believe, so I suck in this matchup. On Unification Mod, however, you can play however you desire and you're still on top of the game. So many buffs for the Necrons in here on all the aspects. They get a lot more upgrades for infantry, they get upgraded income early game, faster tier 2 as a result, faster upgrades, faster everything, plus a lot more powerful infantry. In the long run they have a lot more upgrades. I am not sure how the Eldar have changed on the mods, what buffs or debuffs they've got, no idea. But it looks like Shagaft is struggling. Yeah, I love the mod. Shagaft won't even say GG, he quits, but he wants a rematch and we're gonna play it. This looked ugly and pretty one-sided. Even felt easy for me. when I played it, but from what I recall, Shagav did a lot better in the second game. He floated in this game a bit, didn't have a very good micro, was fighting my flayed ones with his Dark Reapers in a close combat for some time. It's not only the Necrons' strength to blame on the mod, it's also Shagav's play this time. He didn't play a flawless game. And I believe if you play properly the Eldar, if you use Wraith Tomb at all times on the Necron's Monolith, and if you play more aggressive, you can still have good chances on the mod in this matchup as Eldar, but it depends on the map. On a map like Meeting of Minds, Outer Reaches, Shrine of Excellion, I think Eldar still has good chances. Okay, next game, Shagav wanted the same map, so we're doing Tranquility's End again, a rematch on this map, same matchup. And this time Shagav spawns at the top side of the map.
The crowd will sings the me and I respond.
And I am at the lower position. We are joking in the chat, not taking it serious. No generator this time from Shagaft. Looks good.
Rekindle our ancient glory. The road of the Eldar is long and fraught with peril.
2 squads of Guardians, 2 squads of Dark Reapers, 2 Bone Singers, Fleet of Foot, and Wraith Tomb, but no generator. I am not sure if he had this opening in the previous game.
Guide our hands.
Both of us are playing differently at the beginning, I think.
This node now churns for the benefit of the craft world.
Well, most of the time I try something different. I'm not doing the same copycat build on every map, every matchup like many other players. I like to improvise on the move. I do not have plans before starting any 1v1 game on how to play. I try to adjust my game to opponent. You can't really control the game as Necron anyway, at least early, so you have to adjust preferably. Or if you want to try and control the game, you have to invest a lot early, try to turret rush your opponent, war mass a lot of Necron warriors very quick, and try to take control of the game at the 4th, 5th minute. Should be possible. Match up and map dependent, of course. Getting generator mass up. This time I built a turret. I think I didn't have a turret in the previous game. I do not remember having one. And this time I did not go for a fast cap order on the outer position on this point. It got captured by Shagaft. So I kept my word that I do play differently this time. No Ghost Reapers yet. You do need the summoning core to equip that weapon. Shagaft getting my outer positions, both of them.
Incoming enemy fire.
And I won't even be able to decap this one because of the Dark Reapers they are holding in there. Won't allow my Scarabs to decap. Okay, I say GG. We like to give up early. But I was joking, of course. I'm not gonna give up just yet. I'm just upset that I lost those outer positions.
We have mastered the art of destruction.
I have to do my best and take down this point at least, ASAP. While the Lord will try to keep busy these Dark Reaper squads. Summoning core up, going tier 2, rushing a bit. I'm in a panic mode. 92 to 20 income for Shagaft. He just had 400 power float on requisition. Floating still, look at this crazy float. Shagaft always loves to point at how I float, and I will also do that all the time whenever I see him floating.
We are under.
Look at this ugly float, 400 requisition, float to 200 power, this is insane. Why do you even play Eldar, man? If you want to play such a powerful race, you have to handle your economies much faster. You have to improve your macro game. Tier 2 70% done for me. 199 income. Shagaft is upset that my units don't die. Oh really? How about your units? You click one button and retreat easily. With your fleet of foot ability, or just click on jump and you're back in your base from a bad fight. Well, obviously we are joking in here, don't take my sarcastic comments seriously. We're playing these games for fun, obviously. It is no display of skill in here. Of course, Unification Mod is not balanced at all, it's not to be played competitively. Look at that. Even the fleet of foot now won't save those Dark Reapers. The Necrons are indeed stronger on the mod. I think they are one of the strongest, at least in this version of the mod. 5.9.1 I believe is the version. Eldar with a fleet of foot struggling to escape from the Necron warriors with Ghost Reaper weapons equipped. It basically counters Eldar's fleet of foot. Nice tech in there on the Necrons. 140 income for Shagaft. He still keeps Bone Singers in my base, jumps in there, blocks my monolith. I get the global upgrade. I only have plus 80, very low. Upgrading my turrets, upgrading the Wraith. Have to take down this listening shrine. This one is already controlled by me. Got the phase shift on the Lord.
Danger has found us. Command me.
Will regenerate a bit. Optics only now at the 7th minute, and support portal on the way for Shagaft. 91 to 40 income. Not enough cap on infantry, he's full on cap. Cannot produce any more infantry. I mean he can, but he's low on requisition. Probably not gonna invest again. He will struggle even keeping these squads properly reinforced. They cannot even escape nicely. Pain. Huge pain for the Eldar. But I enjoyed the games. A bit of a revenge after suffering on vanilla with Necrons against Eldar. These games felt like a relief.
We are under enemy fire.
Sweet, easy victories. Not really easy, but compared to vanilla Soulstorm, it's a huge difference in terms of effort you have to make in order to win a game. A lot easier in here, of course. The Lord under heavy fire in there. Bunch is trying to harass my base. No way for them. I am well protected now by turret LP2 and a second LP2 being upgraded. Immortals on the way, greater summoning core has been produced. Flayed ones with a wraith harassing Eldar's economy, solar pulse as the third artifact for the Necron Lord. And so Shagaft loses another point, 86 to 40 income now, he doesn't have enough requisition, 100 income for me. Not upgrading the Necron warriors yet, too expensive, getting more wraiths, and I also do need death marks. I think I will make one. A wraith lord is out for Shagaft. Now he's trying to catch my Necron warriors and somehow kill them. I bring my immortals. Have to deal with that falcon somehow. And later on with the wraith lord. Following that falcon. Immortals of course not quick enough on mobility. My problem now is population cap. I am on full limit. We'll have to lose some wraiths or Necron warriors. Make place for the death marks. Economy going up very slowly, 112 income now. 85 to 40 for Shagaft, floating 350 power. Come on Shagaft, use it to go for a global upgrade or what? He probably doesn't have a global upgrade.
Danger has found
430 power float. I'm also floating a bit, but I cannot produce anything anyway. I do not want to invest in vehicles yet. Maybe I'm saving for tier 3. No, I'm actually producing a destroyer now. Very low HP on that wraith lord. Still, Shagaft has enough units to fight. But he doesn't have enough requisition to support any big fights. Now the destroyers are here. Bunch is struggling against the flayed ones. Wraith Lord getting destroyed by the immortals now. Oh, it feels like I've lost the immortals. They get tied up by the bunches. Okay, the Wraith Lord is down. The Falcon is down. Another Wraith Lord on the way, and global upgrade up for Shagaft, 98 to 40. For Shagaft I'm getting the death marks now and a Tomb Spider. 2 squads of Immortals. Flayed ones, Destroyer, Necron Lords, and Shagaft quits. He doesn't want to say GG. Will rage quit on me. Apparently he took these games probably way too serious. He even killed more units than me, but his economy was screwed in the end. And as he said earlier, my units refused to die. Probably not worth the effort. By the way, what is this 6-pack on the Farseer? Did you notice that? Very interesting. How does it work and looks like that over the armor even? Final game will be a 2v2 on German's Pass. This time I play Imperial Fists Siege Vanguards. Shagaft playing Eldar in Team 1 with me, and we're playing against Insane AI, Chaos Demons and a Legion of the Damned. This was a pretty nice 2v2 back and forth. I enjoyed it, and it was my second game on Imperial Fists. Complete noob on this faction. I guess that's why the game turned out to be so good, because we struggled. Because of me mostly. I was completely clueless on what to do, what units to make, what tech to research. So it was pretty back and forth. Playing on German's Pass. On the right I spawn with Imperial Fists. Building the Hand of Dorn. And this is basically the barracks, and this is the HQ. And this is the generator. You can only have one generator at on Imperial Fists, but you can research a lot of power upgrades. I think you can have a max research of 5 global upgrades on the siege generator. And if you build one more HQ, you can build a second siege generator. It's basically one siege generator per HQ. And it's more than enough income. If you make those global upgrades, they are pretty cheap, the first ones. You can also research globals on each listening posts on Imperial Fists, gaining massive amounts of requisition. Economy a bit broken on this faction, and maybe many other. Maybe that's the reason why they buffed those generator on Necrons, to give you income early, to keep up with other factions, but then all the races will need something like that. Because even not only the unit aspect is imbalanced, but also the economies are imbalanced on the mod. The faction economies are broken.
First despair, and then death.
Okay, Shagaf already saying we lost. Well, most of the time he would trash chat, and when he does that, I do the same. He infects me with his style of communication, so usually I tend to communicate with him in the same manner.
This node now churns for the benefit of the craft.
A bike in here got killed by the Rangers. A bike or whatever it was. A Legion Outrider. Yeah, it looks like a bike. Very interesting unit. Whoa, what's that? Do they have this ability to charge into enemy infantry or what, and even disrupt? That looked interesting. At home I struggle, of course. I have no idea what to produce. I have a squad of Siege Marines. I believe this is the Capper squad I produced at the start. Tech Marine is also a commander and can fight. Tech Marine and 2 squads of Siege Marines from me at the beginning. Getting that Siege Captain now. Siege Captain on the way. 74 to 20 income for the Eldar.
Shaped by fate just as we shaped it.
I am getting outmassed in here, heavily outnumbered by Chaos Demons, Fiends of Slaanesh and Furies attacking me. They spawn like crazy in my base. Chaos Demons at the top side of the map and the Legion of the Damned on the left. This is Chaos faction, something like that, right? This looks very much like a Chaos Lord, at least in here on this icon. Getting my 45 LP2 in here. 175 cost, pretty standard. It looks like an LP3 for unknown reasons. And from what I noticed, it's a laser weapon. I'm not sure if this is anti-vehicle, however. Usually lance cannons will be more effective against vehicles. The siege captain is here dealing damage in close combat to those enemy buildings. Space Marine squads on the way.
Ready for command.
The siege marines are not enough. This is mostly a capping unit, although it's heavy infantry.
How can I serve mankind?
It's not strong enough, or at least I think so. Getting fortification for the siege generators and starting with the global upgrades. 150 to 50 cost. I already have plus 50 in common power. That's pretty high, considering I only have one generator. Here I built a thing, no idea how it's called, and it deployed a thunder fire cannon on the ground. A bit later I will notice that I can move it. I also get fortifications for the listening posts.
This thing is getting heavy.
Some back and forth harass being done by the Legion of the Damned. 98 to 60 income for the Eldar. Shagaft is already tier 2, getting Harlequins and Fire Dragons. He keeps complaining about imbalanced stuff. Something I don't see yet. Maybe on this bike the damage is too high. I'm not sure what he refers to when he says that. Getting in here to help. Tier 2 on the way for Chaos Demons. They don't have too much on the map, I see. Herald of Slaanish, Demon Commander on the way for the Chaos Demons. Here we are being fought. The enemy charges aggressively at us, but we fight them back. Thunder Fire Cannon. I'm moving it now, getting closer to the relic. We'll try to fortify in there and moving to tier 2 now. While also upgrading economy slowly, built a heavy bolter turret in here in case of some harass from Chaos Demons. The turret and the LP2 will help with defenses already in place. My commander still alive, attached to the squad of Space Marines.
Enter signals.
112 to 150 DPS from the Thunder Fire Cannon. 1000 HP. I do not remember how much it costs. TFC Beacon. No, I don't know what's that. Okay, this is actually the thing which requests for a Thunder Fire Cannon. It gets deployed shortly after on the ground. Yeah, that's it. Holding the middle properly now. I took control of the relic, not upgrading yet, not enough power. I'm investing a lot of power in my upgrades now. Researching a lot of stuff. and busy reading, not always looking at fights because I'm busy reading what are those upgrades, what each unit does, and this is insane difficulty, insane AI. One standard resources income, no quick starts. I'd probably lose too fast if I play quick start. I don't know Imperial Fists. Again, this is my second game on Imperial Fists. I only played one game with them before.
Technology reports.
Fighting with these siege marines, even in close combat, I don't care about them. I don't mind if I lose them. I will make something stronger anyway. Feels like they are not good against these two factions specifically. Anyway, I will need some heavy vehicles and terminators, perhaps. For now, let them fight like that in close combat. Tier 3 transition from Shagaft. Look at the float. Oh boy. Almost 600 float on power and 300 float on requisition. 1k float. I have to screenshot this.
Danger has found us.
Okay, I have it. Nice floating. Also floating on my side, but not as much. I just hit tier 3 probably, or maybe I'm still tier 2, but anyways, this is my second game and I'm busy reading the stuff, while Eldar for Shagaft is his main, so his float is not justified. My float can be justified. Also, what is this what's wrong with Legion of the Damned economy? Can anyone explain what I see 0 to 0 income? Is everything free for them or what? What is this? How do they even get units? Feels like on this faction everything is free. It's either a replay bug or everything is free for them. I just noticed. That looks broken to me. They do not have a lot on the map, however. Maybe they have some limitations. Shagaft still floating, goes tier 4, upgrading even more points to get income. Still, my income is much higher. I have researched most of the upgrades on globals for listening posts for all of them. Getting more and more upgrades for these buildings also. And I still don't know what is the building which allows me to produce vehicles. I don't have it yet. I will find out a bit later. This is a fresh 2v2 game. We played it recently, in fact, like a few days ago. It was played about 3-4 days ago, I believe. So it's relatively fresh. Can't really make use of my requisition because I don't have enough power. Shagaft keeps floating in style. Over 1000 floats throughout the entire game almost. And I remember he will even ask me to send him resources. 1500 float. Screenshot this like that.
Retreat to the wall.
Okay, Shagaf now complaining that he's losing
We are taking damage.
to a Legion of the Damned squads, Legionnaires. They look powerful, but what bothers me is not the fact that they are powerful, but the fact that they get everything for free apparently. This is really ridiculous, beyond broken or what. I'd suggest this faction has to be deleted from the mod or fix their economy or what. Why do they have 0 to 0 income? Do they even get anything from these strategic points? Do they even need the strategic points? Or can they offer them to their allies? Another interesting question. Still no vehicle production building by me. I'm still struggling, trying to figure out what to produce in here. Busy reading and researching stuff. As a result, I float a lot. Shagaft is being pushed into the depth of his base, and look at the float. Almost 2,000 to 500 float at some point for Shagaft. And he will even ask me to send him resources. He keeps complaining. Instead of complaining, I suggest he should just stay silent and produce more units instead of floating like that. It should be doable to fight back these few units from Legion of the Damned. I am getting all those ridiculous upgrades for my army. Shortly after, I will also start producing a lot. Building the orbital relay, that means I will be able to produce dreadnoughts and terminators. From what I recall, I did that. This game was actually supposed to show how Shagaft is playing very well on the Eldar, but apparently I am a bit upset with his play in this game. He's floating and complaining way too much. He can do much better, of course. He's not even trying. Playing on his laptop, in his bed, on the touchpad. Trying to get closer and closer to Shagaft's base. Finally I build the Hammerfall bunker turret. But is this the thing I need for vehicles? Probably not. Okay, this is the one. Heavy armor fortification. That building right there will allow me to produce vehicles. I only found out about it now. In the meantime, I deployed my Devastator Centurions. The thing, basically the equivalent of Terminators, something of that sort. Also heavy infantry.
Victory countdown.
Still no income on Legion of the Damned.
The shield antenna shall not falter.
$207 to 141 income at the 20th minute. I do have 5 strategic points and I keep researching those economy upgrades. Devastator Centurion. They look powerful, I have to admit. Not sure how many of them you can make. Finally, I can produce those vehicles. Shagaft is begging for detection. He does not have proper detection. Well, thankfully I produced a lot of skull probes during that fight. We'll have enough for detection. Waiting for those vehicles. I'm not in production yet, I'm too slow. Obviously I don't know in what to invest my resources. Shagaft gets rid of his float finally. No float this time on requisition, he fixed his mistake. 1200 float on power, but it's not critical. I've lost my skull probes, bring me another one. Shagaft keeps begging me to detect.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Okay, got a Razorback MK1. From what I recall, this is nice anti-infantry vehicle. Effective against armored units and heavy infantry. Yeah, this is what GamePR told me is probably the most powerful tank in the game against infantry. One hit, 2 hits, and the entirety of the enemy infantry is down. Getting also ironclad dreadnoughts. And a lot of upgrades in the HQ. And siege dreadnoughts. Finally getting that good stuff out of the base. Building a greater webway support gate for Shagaft. He probably doesn't have a place in his base. It feels like he has got enough. Oh, he actually lost it. Yeah, I think he doesn't have a place. Maybe in here he could have built it, but it's in open field, not properly defended. All of my buildings busy, everything being brought by the Thunderhawks, a lot of back and forth on the production. 2 dreadnoughts, siege dreadnought and ironclad dreadnought were pushing back the enemy out of Shagaft's base. A rather crazy 2v2 if you ask me, pretty intense, standard 2v2 against insane AI. It was a challenge for me, but it was also fun. Challenging and fun game with lots of action. Also the way to learn a new faction.
Come play with us.
Got my 2 commanders, the chaplain and the captain also out waiting for more reinforcements. Even a rhino has been produced. I like the design on Imperial Fist's vehicles, they look very nice. Also these Thunderhawks are very cute. Predator Executioner. Effective against infantry. Maybe this is the tank. The most effective against infantry. Yeah, it probably is. Look at those weapons. It deals very high damage to infantry and also disrupts the infantry. The relic not captured yet by anyone. I captured it once but lost it shortly after. Now pushing back the enemies mostly with my vehicles. Also produced a rapier laser destroyer. For the first time I saw this vehicle when I produced it. A slow-moving heavy field gun. Highly effective against armor, whatever they mean. What type of armor? Infantry or vehicle or what? Okay, Shagav doesn't have any requisition, now he asks for it, as I've said. Thankfully I do have enough and I send him. I think I sent him 1,000 or more in requisition. Well, instead of floating earlier 2,000 on requisition and like 500 on power, Shagaft could have built 2 more HQs and have no struggle at all with his income. Now he started to place second HQ. I think I already have it. The second HQ, yeah, it's here. And I have also the second generator. Yeah, that's true. Shagaft complained why I didn't send him resources earlier. I am too slow. I haven't played actively in ages. I'm only playing for fun from time to time against AI these days, and that's it. I am not doing any PvP in Dawn of War for about a year now. Got mostly vehicles in here, and that's enough. Some vehicles and a few commanders. Feels like this rapier laser destroyers are mostly effective against vehicles. They don't deal enough damage to infantry. Feels like most of the damage was done by the Predator anyway. They have 2 of them. 2 Predator executioners. Legion of the Damned not giving up, they keep producing their free stuff. I'm bringing it in here. Shagaft in the meantime sitting in the middle, growing up in numbers, and now he will move into Legion of the Damned base. Is that the name of the faction? I think it is. Okay, he's got also the avatar. Nice one. He looks pretty ugly though. Is it a model from Dawn of War 2 or Dawn of War 3? From what I recall in Dawn of War 2 it looks a lot better. And even the one on Vanilla Soulstorm looks nicer. And the one in Dawn of War Vanilla even is very cute. This one, not sure what's wrong with it. looks more angry. Also bringing the land reader Prometheus to the battlefield. I don't have a lot. A Wraith Knight also was produced by Shagaft. But we're winning now. I'm not trying too hard. I'm playing this in chill mode, reading throughout the game on abilities, on units. It's very difficult when you're playing a new faction for the first, second time. It slows you down a lot. The pathing on Unification Mod is amazing, as I've said. Much better compared to vanilla Soulstorm. Units do not get stuck into each other. You can move freely. Legion of the Damned down, Chaos Demons left with an empty base. It's a matter of time now until they get eliminated. A pretty enjoyable 2v2. At least when I played it, it felt like a challenge, and it was fun to play Imperial Fists. Final moments in here. Chaos Demons getting destroyed, as well as the Legion of the Damned. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. As always, don't forget to click that thumbs up or thumbs down. Leave your feedback below the video. Let me know your thoughts on these games. From me, that's it for today. I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye bye.